What is up, all you lovely lads and ladies? Welcome back to another video here at Esports Talk. Hope you got some water, some coffee, because we got a great debate today for all of you guys watching. That's going to be involving CSGO crowds, which were quite the hoot this past weekend for the Blast Premier Fall Final, which came down to Na'Vi, not too big of a shocker there, versus Vitality, who is probably one of your fan favorites besides the home team of Astralis. When you have a tournament that's based in Denmark, you got to expect some pretty hectic things, which we will be talking about mainly to point out, if you guys, spoiler, by the way, for the event, Na'Vi going on to beat Vitality in those grand finals, but still a spectacular event, a great venue. I think Blast did a fantastic job. The debate today, though, being the crowd and the times they chose to boo and participate and or not participate. And one particular moment, it was actually following Vitality versus Astralis. Keep in mind, an event in Denmark where the Danish team is your home team, where Machine was actually talking to Vitality and Sjokz, and the crowd starts to boo.
First, I want to start with Sjokz. Dude, you won the first bloody major, 2014. Things have shut your mouths, you weirdos. Proper freaks. It's Counter-Strike. We cheer for the games, boys. None of this weird politics. Cheer for your team when they're winning, but enjoy the counter. Enjoy the fragging. Stop being freaks about it. Sjokz is hanging out with me. Now, you've been doing this a long time. And to see how far this game has come, to be walking out with people just...
This sparking a pretty widespread moment, which I think Machine, in that moment, are there any hosts out there? We have so many great ones in esports that could handle that somehow better than Machine. I don't know. That was a great job by him in a moment which had to be, you know, kind of awkward to deal with, and someone of his experience and caliber dealt with it so freaking well. But it sparked a wide debate out there across Twitter and social media of whether or not, you know, people should be allowed to boo in those moments. Someone like Spunj, also very well spoken, coming off an esports award victory as well, gave his 2 cents on the situation, which I think he worded it pretty freaking well.
Yeah, look, I'm going to be honest here for a second. I don't have a problem booing them while the game is on and doing all that, right? Trying to get in the head of the opponent for the home team. But like when Sjokz is there for an interview or once they've won, have some respect. Like actually be a Counter-Strike fan. I'm glad that he sent half of the crowd home with that win because we're about to have Simple vs. ZywOo again. And I only want Counter-Strike fans in the building for that. I don't want these plastic fans around, right? I have no issue being nationalistic. I have no dramas with that whatsoever. But have some respect. Like, let's talk about this. These guys dedicate their life to this. They're coming out to entertain you, and you're going to boo them. The good thing is we already have your money. I hope there's a line for your bloody parking ticket. Have fun at home. Enjoy your Sunday night, because we're going to enjoy ours.
Well said, Chad. Well said indeed. With that, unfortunately for Astralis, does mean that they are eliminated. Continuing
because when all of this went down, my first thought was, I love a good crowd that is very emotional and very into it. You know, I love a good crowd who can yell, who can boo the other team, who can cheer on their team. We've certainly have had a wide variety of crowds out there. I think the one thing I hate the most about crowds is when you give away information to your team because you think you can do that. We'll probably talk about that in a later video. We've seen it in the past with CSGO events, whether you hold up signs or you chant certain instructions, whether it might be that I always have hated, but I love an emotional crowd out there. I think about, you know, the Boston Major, some North American events I really did like, but this is a bit different because people were kind of, I would say, a bit split on whether or not this was okay to boo during, and I think Spunj touched on that very well. If it's in the matches, if it's during the games, that's totally fine. You can boo whenever, you can cheer whenever, but when it's in an interview, a personal interview with the team, you gotta almost show your respect. I think that's where I lean to. But what about you guys? Certainly this was a CSGO crowd this past weekend, which had its ups and downs, all right? And one of those up moments is when a kid somehow tricks you into showing his sign, and then he does this.
Hero plays coming in from the young gun. And while it's going to take a few more of those to silence the haters. Bit of the cheer going on.
So at the end of the day, I don't think there's any hard feelings no matter what side you do stand on. I just know there were plenty of people out there who said it was soft to somehow not allow the boos. And then the other side being, hey, there are certain moments where you got to let the host, you know, interview the players and do his job. And I loved how Machine handled it. What do you guys think about it? Either way, I don't think anyone out there is denying that the Danish CSGO crowd is certainly Well, it's an emotional one. It's one that's very, very into the game of CSGO, and rightfully so. But this past weekend, it's not a Danish team taking the title. It's actually Na'Vi yet again. Till next time, what do y'all think about this one? Drink some water, drink some coffee, leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you back here sometime soon. Take care.